Surely podcast. Today we're talking about cringe dating stories. Now I remember it was a while back and I was messaging a girl. And I was like, yo, what's up? How's it going? You know, I was using my lines. I was using my moves. I was so smooth like butter. Then the girl said, oh yeah, that'll be really cool. I said, oh yeah, cool. Starbucks 1 p.m. You remember Starbucks 1 p.m.?
I remember Starbucks.
But that's the line, by the way, people. If you want to hit up a girl, Starbucks 1 p.m. All right, you hit them with the Starbucks 1 p.m. and then the girl replies to me, yeah, sure, but can we make it after 3 p.m.? I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool, no worries. I'm a flexible guy. It's all good, no problems. Then she goes, yeah, but yeah, because the reason why it has to be after 3 p.m., think about it. 3 p.m.? Why after 3 p.m.? She says to me, because that's when I finish school.
How old were you?
Read some more background.
How old were you?
Read some background.
I stopped messaging the girl
How old were
immediately,
you?
okay?
Answer the question.
She looked older.
How old were you?
The people want to know. I think like 21, 22.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Okay.
I stopped. I would like the police to know I stopped messaging immediately when she said that.
Question
I
number
just
two.
want you to know it was actually more like 25, 26.
Question number 2. Was it primary school or secondary school? What school was she
It
in?
was secondary school.
Are you
Okay,
sure?
it was like those.
It wasn't
ones-
intermediate?
No, who knows? I feel like I'm being interrogated. I was 21.
Now.
And the woman seemed older than she was.
Is there a chance she was a teacher?
No.
Where did you meet her?
That was a good one, huh?
Where did you meet her?
Facebook! I was just hitting the yo. Starbucks 1 p.m.
She didn't post photos of herself in her school uniform.
Okay,
No,
this is...
See,
yes,
that's her
exactly.
fault. That's her
much
fault.
older, but yeah.
She knew how old he was.
Okay, this is gonna make it worse maybe. Is Starbucks 1 p.m. the equivalent of Netflix and chill?
It was.
Oh,
There was a time.
No.
There was a time.
It was not. Starbucks 1 p.m. means I'd love to buy you a coffee and get to know you. Right? What you gonna do at Starbucks?
Is it?
No, not that. It was like, want a Netflix. It's just a line you throw out, a casual line.
Well, when you say want on Netflix and chill, that doesn't mean...
Now we know that.
Yeah,
Now we know that.
yes.
Before people knew that.
Let's
it
move
did just
on
mean
from my story. You go now.
In this scenario, I was 17. She was 16, right? So I asked this girl out. I asked this girl at the party, and the date was a week's in advance. It was Valentine's Day. Wanted me to go surprise her, so that's the type of guy.
What a sweet guy.
I'm quite romantic,
What a romance.
right? While she was working too, we got her to come outside, give her some flowers. Okay, so it comes to the date, all right? We go on a super mega date, and there's different things that we do. We go to, the cafe, get a feed there. We go to time zone, and every time we go to a different place, we change outfits. So it was
All in one.
All in one. So it was like 5 dates in one.
Okay.
Did you bring her the outfits?
You organized all this.
I organized all this.
Yeah, and you brought the outfits.
I brought my own outfits. She had her own as well.
So you told her.
I told her,
bring
yeah.
multiple outfits.
Multiple outfits.
Okay.
And I was so into this girl. I even looked up. Oh shit! I was like, what's her name in something?
Yes.
So I found out what her name meant in Hebrew or something.
Oh shit.
And then she was like, oh, did you look that up? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, at the end of the day, we kissed, said goodbye, and I even called her up. I was so into this chick. I called her up at night time. I was like, yo, what's up, girl? What's our next thing? Should we go to the beach or something? She's like, oh, I don't know.
Beach this time. Bring 20 outfits.
Yeah, bring 20 outfits. And then, that was it. And then the next morning, she texted me saying that she wasn't keen anymore. And I was
Okay.
like, what?
I have a question.
Sure.
Tell me about this date locations. What were these 5 date locations that you took her to?
Okay.
Because you already made her change her clothes 5 times. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright? Now tell me about these 5 locations.
Okay, so the 5 locations, one of them, as I said before, is the cafe. We went out to the mall for food. We went out to a time zone. Some point we went to the lake. And then we went to some sort of temple because I just wanted to really just reel it in. I thought that I could just do a great gesture.
I think we've established you're
Nah.
a sissy boy.
I think I know where the cringe part, yeah.
It was you.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
Mr. Nicky.
Do you believe in the bro code?
Yes.
My story revolves around the bro code.
Yes.
Now, so a couple of friends organized a trip to a batch back when we were in high school, okay?
Sure.
A week before we were supposed to go to the batch, we went to a party.
Yes.
At the party, there were some chicks. They were hanging out, drinking, having a good time. Kind of got along with one of the chicks at this party.
Wow.
All right?
Nice.
Obviously left an impression because a day after the party, she hit me up. So I'm like, oh, all right, she's not too bad to look at, you know? Why don't I invite her to the batch on the weekend? I hit up my man Raksmey. It's like, oh, it sounds like a mean ass idea, bro. We should do it.
He already had a
I
date lined
should-
up for the beach.
I should add that the batch belonged to one of our girl mates,
Yes.
who wasn't a very close friend of ours. So he's the one that decided, I'm gonna wingman Nikhil. I'm gonna go hit up our girl mate and convince her to let this chick come to the batch.
Right.
All right. So at this point, we're at Raksmey's house. Other friends are coming in
Yes.
because we're just discussing shit about the batch. These other friends turn up, right? And then they hear the story. And so this is where the bro code comes into play, right? These other friends, I've got some friends who are like, oh, mean ass, bro, yeah, you should go for it. You should go for a number. You should take me to the batch and all that. Raksmey's working the angle with the girl mate to get the girl to come to the batch. And then at some point, there's two other mates of ours start messaging the chick because they were also at the party. They also noticed her. And now they know that she's available. So while I'm being like egged on by all my friends to message this girl and invite her to the batch, two of my friends, so-called friends, are now messaging her to come to the batch. They're just went and invited her, but also because they're interested in her. So now they've started messaging her and flirting with her. Which to me was like, what? Anyway, so we're talking about this. And I'm wondering, why the heck are these two so excited about her coming to the batch, you know? And then at some point I get the idea that these guys are actually hitting on her, which for me I was like, bro code. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I don't want any dramas. I'm just not going to message her anymore. You guys can have a fight amongst yourselves, you know? I didn't really care, so I backed out. And then his girl mate came back and was like, nah, she's not going to the batch.
Oh. So they pretty much ruined it for you and for them.
And for them. And so I think my question to our audience is, have you ever had this happen to you? And should the bro code apply? Right? Do you remember who they were? We won't say the names.
Yeah, I do.
Right,
I do.
right.
But that was before Dibs was in effect, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
technically that was implied dibs,
That
right?
was
Because
implied-
she
was
hit on
implied.
me.
See, but
Right.
the bros would also say that, no, I had implied Dibs. But you have to call
Does
it
implied dibs apply?
Yeah.
But then remember, this isn't implied dibs like, oh, I saw a girl at a party and I really like her. This girl is actually messaging me.
But do they know that?
Yes, that's how they found out about the girl. And then that's why they started
They were
messaging her.
witnesses.
Are you still friends with these people?
One of them.
Snakes! Snakes they are! Snakes! Roy, go!
So I met this girl at a party one time. Let's call her Saraswati. Cute Indian girl.
Sure.
Now, me and a couple of my friends happened to be in Auckland that day, and I text the girl. I say, "Hey, what are you up to? Let's meet up." She goes, "Yeah, I'm keen. Let's do dinner after work." Now I'm in my early 20s. I'm going on a whole lot of dates with a whole lot of girls. I don't know what I'm doing, you know.
Sure.
But I'm like, okay, I got this.
Can we just pause? My watch is flat, so.
Eh?
My watch is flat
My
now.
watch is also flat.
Oh, sweet. All good then.
Well, my battery died, so.
Roy.
So I went on a date this one time, right? Cute Indian girl. We'll call her Saraswati.
Sure.
I met her at a party. We vibed. Now I was quite a young guy at the time. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was going on dates with girls. You know, I was like, I hadn't really been on many dates with girls.
How old was she?
This was yesterday. Carry on.
Earlier today, yeah. And she said to me, okay, I'm up in Auckland for a day with a couple of my friends. And so I flick her a text. I lived in Hamilton at the time, so I've driven up.
You know what story it is? Okay.
I think I know
Keep
it is.
going.
It's a
Alright,
good
let's go.
story.
It
It's a
sounds
very
like
good
it's
story.
Okay.
It's a very good story. If it's
The three of us had driven up to Auckland for a day, and we were just hanging out. I'm messaging the girl, and she says, "Oh, do you want to meet up after work? I finish work at whatever time. Let's go. We can have dinner." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm keen. Hell yeah! Oh my god, what do? I'm gonna go meet this girl." So my friend's like, "Alright, sweet. We'll drop you off. Us two will go have dinner." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sweet. That works out." So we go to the restaurant. I get out of the car. I go inside. The girl shows up a couple of minutes later. We chat. It's going well. It's going good. In my mind, my friends are off having dinner somewhere. It turns out the place they were having dinner was the very restaurant that we were at. I'm sitting here talking to the girl, and I see two guys walk past, very inconspicuously look at us, and then look away, and then take the seat facing me behind her.
I was one of those guys. I was one of those guys. I remember that.
He was the one sitting facing me. The other guy was looking over his shoulder at me.
Hey, they got your back, man.
What did they do?
For sure, right?
So again, like I said, I hadn't been on a whole lot of dates with girls. Didn't really know what I was doing at the time. Can't say I do now, but at the time I really didn't. And I'm a little bit nervous. And my buddy, sitting over there.
Who knows who? Who knows who?
We'll call him Ron.
Yes, it was Ron.
It's
It
an
was
alias for a
Ron.
bad man, we know.
Ron, bad man.
Ron Singh was that day he was a very good man, but yes, bad man usually.
Okay.
So he's sitting there. I'm blabbering on about some nonsense I can't even remember.
As you usually do.
As I usually do. But I'm nervous about it this time, right? So I'm like, oh my god, am I blabbering too much?
Yeah.
The guy sitting over there, he's like, You're doing good. You're doing
I'll
fine.
give them a...
Yeah. There you go. That's it. That's what it was. And I was like, okay, it's good. I'm telling a good story. So she asked me something about something I can't even remember. And so I start telling her a story about a time, and I just see. I'm like, yeah. And then.
Out of a movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it was the plot of an episode of a TV show that someone made.
True, actually.
Sunny Side.
Side of Ngongotaha, episode 3, check it out. Pretty much that happens.
When I read the script for that episode, I was just like, you mother. So then I switch up the story, because I'm seeing it, and then I switch it up, and I'm like, that's actually a different story. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, it's good. So then I ask her a question, she starts talking, and then I see her. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's like, this man, Ron, really knows what he's on about, you know?
It sounds like a very experienced man.
So did it work out?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
It really did not.
But things happen, so Ron
You know
saying
what?
well done.
You know what I think? I think this man Ron could really get with girls his own age.
Why do that when he could educate the girls of the nation on matters
Don't blame
public
Ron.
and private?
Ron is a good guy they didn't know, okay?
He seemed to have known a lot because he was coaching somebody else.
He'd learned from his own mistakes.
Quite the professional.
Years later, Ron's Academy of Getting Women's. Sign up now by hitting the subscribe button. Alright, so our next topic is, what do you think the year 3000 would look like? So we're currently in 2025? What will the world be like in the year 3000?
That's 975 years from now.
I'm just gonna say it.
Well, say it.
No more interactions between men and humans, just robots. Like AI and stuff. You know, you can already get like AI girlfriend and things like that. I'm not talking from experience or anything. I've just seen it. Yeah. No social interaction. Everything will be online, etc., etc.
I think, and this is right up there, that's a long time, 985 years. And at the speed at which AI and technology is going, would humans even still be on Earth?
Yeah, they'll be on Mars. Love you, Elon.
Well, now, would we be just
That's
simulated at that point?
Yeah, either that or we move, like you said, we move to another planet
right?
somehow.
If the planet survives, or otherwise, are we all just going to be uploaded?
In the Matrix.
simulation?
Uploaded? What?
No, hold on.
Wait, what?
In the Matrix!
A person is going to be uploaded.
No, because like you
Their
can,
consciousness.
they could download
You have
your
900 years to do this.
yeah.
And Elon's already got this bloody chip that.
Neuralink.
Yeah, but
There you go.
he used it to fix someone, right? Or to fix.
It sends this
I
signal
think
so you
I-
can
he
look at
killed
the
a
legs.
chimpanzee with it, but that was an accident.
Now imagine
Not really long.
Neuralink after 900 years.
sure, it's an
Okay,
accident.
so you're saying that our consciousness, who I am, will be available in the year 3000.
Yeah, and 4K.
So, well, by then you'd hope it would have improved. So you're saying that if we make a prediction right now on the podcast, someone could go and get our consciousness
No,
and let us know
because you
in the
wouldn't
year
have been
3000.
uploaded, but the people at some point would be. And so,
Why they can't upload me?
well, can you go find a bloody skeleton from the 3,000 years ago? And I don't know, maybe we probably
Because
could. Maybe from that.
someone's gonna come up with something, right? They either download your conscious, put it into an AI robot,
Yes.
or they do the Futurama thing where they freeze your body for
Yes.
1,000 years.
Oh, yes.
They do that, but they also do the thing where they put the head in the jar. They're like Nixon. and-
Yeah. But
yeah.
who wants to be a hit in the jar?
What do you mean, hidden in the jar?
Like their head is like suspended. They can talk and stuff,
Mm.
but they're just like it's just their head in a jar.
So, yeah.
But is it like, so for example, you put my head in a jar, is it still me?
yeah, they find a way to preserve
It's
your
like it's
life.
your
So
head.
this
but
is-
head in the
there's
jar.
Your
like-
head, your
there's-
brain.
Freaky.
There's metal pipes and stuff going into your head to keep your head
Oh my
still
God.
like alive.
That
Mm.
is freaky.
But you're forever
But
stuck
by,
in the jar.
okay, so if that's, can they actually do that right now?
No, no, no. This is just
What do you mean? This is a cartoon.
Oh! I was about to say, who did that? Like, what?
Elon, get on this.
No, okay, so wait, so you're saying that everybody's head will be in a jar and then the bodies will be robotic?
I mean, in the cartoon, yes.
Yeah, well,
it's a possibility as well.
Well, I mean, that would be
There's
where
that
uploading would go, anyways,
Yeah.
right? If you can
I think-
upload, then you can just download onto a robot body. You can live forever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely not how I thought this discussion would go.
It's 3,000 years from now.
Here's the thing, right? There's a few different things, right? There's robots, android, cyborgs, right?
Right.
Sure.
Robots, they're like metal bodies and they look like robots, right?
Like the Tesla robot.
Like the Tesla robot.
Yes, I
Right.
love you, Elon.
Androids are robots that look human.
No.
Who
So,
did
I
this?
didn't know that.
The Android, like my phone.
No, but
Well,
example?
that's
This is like a thing. This is like sci-fi. They don't exist right now, but that's
You're
the
talking
idea.
about Dragon Ball Z, Goku, and Android.
Oh, there's
13.
Android.
Those are people with enhancements, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
oh,
what is
those-
the purpose
no.
of...
Hang on,
hang
what
on,
is
hang
the
on.
purpose of classifying what is a robot and a Tesla
That's a
robot?
good point.
stop,
Can we go
Why
back
are
to
we
the
talking about
simulation?
this?
Because if you let me finish, you would know.
Okay, go.
And the third one's cyborg, right? Cyborg is human, but with parts of the body replaced with machinery. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So now, in the future, if we get uploaded, do you think that we would be androids and we just have our
We'll be in.
consciousness, or are we just going to replace parts of our body with
Nah,
machinery?
I don't think it'll be a cyberpunk thing. We
This is-
might. Cyberpunk thing might be a transition, but we'll be 100%
This is,
fully robotic with consciousness uploaded.
I think it depends on how much you can afford.
That's a
If you
good
broke- If you
point.
broke, you're not going to get 3,000.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's what you can afford. Can you afford the upgrade? Can you afford
You know what
the fake skin slash robot, whatever you call it? There's a word for it.
You know what?
Somebody help me.
You know what I dream of?
Fake skin.
Yeah.
It's just fake skin.
I dream of VR, like excelling.
Oh.
But they
Definitely
can't-
will. Sure.
They can't do internal, but external they do it very well. But internal is another thing.
Do you
It's
mean like internal is
so
like
in
connecting
your
the brain?
like sort out online, right? Where
Yeah.
Your brain,
Or like Black Mirror, like how
Yeah,
it
yeah,
goes
like-
into
yeah.
that world.
those ones.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. So you think there'll be a whole separate world online that people can go into?
Yeah, they could like dive into it. That's what they call it, right?
That's
They call it,
basically
like,
what I
dive,
said
yeah,
about
they call it
uploading.
diving.
But that's
That's where I got it
but
from.
no, but see, it's like that. But with this, you just unplug and you disconnect. So
Yeah.
you would upload for like while you're connected, and then you just disconnect.
I'm
But if you just died and your consciousness was there, then that'll
That'll
live
be
forever.
uploaded.
Yeah, that'll be uploaded, right?
So that's what I'm saying. So my next point would be, if you believe that this is a possibility, 3,000 in the year 3000, that we could be uploaded and living in a simulation.
We're in a
Maybe
simulation
we're
right now.
already in a simulation and this already happened.
Alrighty,
Actually,
moving
I
on.
do have a question. Moving on from that topic, but staying on this one, I have a question.
Food.
Okay,
What
I'll
is the
start.
one thing you can eat always, forever?
I
But
love.
wait, if it's going to be too fattening, then you can't eat it every day. So take that into
Wait,
consideration.
so the
I
health
like-
is a
You have to eat it
consideration.
every single day.
Yeah, this one's a little bit healthy.
Mm.
So it. Okay.
What?
okay.
No, what was the question?
So you have to take health into consideration.
No.
Wait, you have to eat it every day.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like usually,
If you pick KFC, you'll eat it for the rest of your life, but that would be like 42 years.
Yeah.
I mean, so usually these questions don't mean you have to like take
Yes.
health.
So you have to consider all
That's what makes
aspects.
this interesting.
Yes.
That is.
Anyone can just say KFC.
Well, yeah, okay, keep going. What
Go.
was your thing?
Mongolian beef. I'm sorry, but so these two guys don't eat beef. They can't relate, but it's so good. It has the perfect soy sauce and oyster sauce, perfect marinade seasoning, and it's cornstarched up.
Based on
Oh.
your emotions, I'm enjoying it.
And it's succulent, and it's
Wow.
so squishy.
Mongolian chicken, here I
Yeah,
come.
And you use chuck steak and you make it nice and
Is the cow itself Mongolian?
it makes you believe. It tastes so good that it makes you believe that the cow itself is A5 Mongolian.
Roy,
I want to try that.
what's the food you're eating for the rest of your life?
Well, I would. Okay. if
What's
I-
the food, Roy?
I'm gonna say a form of chicken and rice, but does it have to be the same seasonings every day?
No,
time.
same, exactly
Every
same.
time.
Exact same?
Same to
Same?
same. Same to
Yep,
same.
yep.
Okay, I would have to say my mum's chicken curry.
This guy just stole my answer.
Ah!
Stole my answer.
You were gonna say my mum's chicken curry as
Yes,
well?
I was. Yes,
Every
I was.
bastard.
day. Every day. You're not gonna
Easy.
get tired.
Can I change my answer now?
Easy. Easy. Okay, two of the same answer. You're the only one left.
Just say Mongolian beef as well, bro.
No,
You
no,
can
no,
take
no.
the health into
The
consideration, right?
problem is, now that you two have said Mom's chicken curry, I can't go and say KFC.
You're a bad son if you don't say mum's chicken curry. No, say what you
But
want
the
to say.
problem is I'm also married!
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Always,
Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
Always, mum. What are you gonna say?
Mum's
I am
Make the
gonna
call.
go on a diet and die early.
Go on, say it. Hey,
Say it, Nikki.
Say it now.
Say it.
I will eat Subway.
He's probably gonna live the longest.
Yes. Bye, Nikhil.
Baigun Baigun is not coming up when you search it on YouTube.
Really?
Okay.
It's not.
I
And
give
now
up.
the cameraman is laughing.
Why?
Baigun Baigun is not coming up.
Oh,
when you search on
is it showing up on the analytics and it's not coming?
No, okay, people
You
have messaged
typed
me.
it.
Yeah, and people have typed it, Baigun Baigun, and it's not there.
It's
You know
because
what?
spelled wrong.
You know what comes up? Cooking shows. How to cook bacon. Ah!
What if they write Renil Baigun or
Yeah,
something?
they have to write my name, then it comes up.
Oh,
Otherwise,
no.
it comes up with all these recipes.
Okay, we've only got one solution. We get those videos flagged, so ours
Yeah.
shows up from
Just
popularity.
if you see our recipe for bacon, report as abuse.
Report.
Report as
It's
abuse.
I mean, that's just doing God's work, you know? Nobody should be eating recipes of
I
any
think that's
kind of
defamation
bacon.
right there.
So, okay, that's actually an interesting point. We have to actually probably take that into consideration next time we make a song, the one that you're writing, etc. You should actually think, is it going to be searched by like a lot of people? Because if it is going to be searched by a lot of people, then people won't be able to find your shit.
Who the heck thought Baigun Baigun would be searched by so many people?
Yeah, no, I know, right?
Out of all things,
So,
Yeah.
eggplant recipe. Bacon recipe?
So basically, we lost 1 million views because they couldn't find it.
So pretty much, they probably searched for the song, and then started looking at how to cook a bacon burger and roti. God damn it.
Hurts
Well,
me.
they're probably going to make it to the year 3000 if they keep eating like that.
True.
Damn.
True.
So the podcast has been going. Yeah. Oh, by the way, go and watch Baigun Baigun. Hey, editor, Raksmey, put a little snippet of the song. Get the people in.
Just put the whole song in.
No, just
All
a
right.
snippet.
No,
You
no,
give
no,
it,
no,
what's
no,
the full
no.
thing? What?
Rain's gonna give us a live rendition of the song right now.
I
Whoa!
don't have my
On the
auto-tune.
spot, just
I don't
freaking
have
do it.
my- See, okay, this is the thing. Someone said to me, bro, you're like such a good singer, etc., etc. And I was like, do you realize that
I don't know where you heard that from.
the whole song? But now I'm like, oh my god, if people actually asked me to live perform,
He is so dead.
like,
But there's all machines for it now, bro.
what? When you're performing live?
Yeah. Auto-tune machines.
Okay,
They use
we'll
it.
look into this. We'll
They
look
use
into this.
Yeah,
But see,
you know the sound editing software that I use to edit the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
It has a version, I have it, that does it live.
do it live.
How do you think Travis Scott does his concerts? Sorry.
Just gonna have to lip sync.
Beans. That's right, eh? Bean? Okay.
I just thought you were doing vegetable
It's
themed
beans.
songs now.
It's me.
No, it's Bean!
But honestly-
Travis Scott! You should have named it Bean!
Honestly,
Oh, but now then no one would be able to find his song!
He knew it. He knew it.
Bean and Bean recipes would come up!
need
Bean.
a better name then.
Oh, you're Mr. Bean too. Travis Scott, you can't compete with Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean is a legend.
He is.
All our scouts, can you lip sync your own song?
Yes, I
That's why they have
can.
to-
Yes, I can. I know all
Sing it
the
for us now. I'll auto tune and post.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. And that's when you cut the song in.
We're not cutting that part.
That's when you cut it. Put the song in. Put the song in.
I want to see
You know what your
I want
facial
to read again.
Not again.
Every episode, this man's out here eating bacon.
He's got something in his hand next to his mouth.
Okay. So we've been doing the podcast for a little while now, and we've been getting some reactions. A lot of people reacted to your story about the FMF Factory, so that was pretty interesting.
The hauntings, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that they all corroborated and supported and agreed that it was there and it was real. So screw you guys for doubting me and saying that, oh, it's in your head and the other guy only woke up because you woke up. And yeah. And
So yeah, it's been pretty interesting. So it seems like it's a well-known thing in Fiji that
It
the
is, it
FMF Factory is haunted.
it's
Yes.
quite haunted. Everybody who's worked there, I've yet to meet somebody who's worked there and will not attest to the fact that it's haunted. Everybody that's worked there said, yeah, bro, it's haunted.
There you have it, people.
That shit's real.
Mm.
Yeah. It's funny though, I have a family member that lives very close to the factory
Yeah.
that watched that clip. And then he called me up and goes, bro, bro, was that factory FMF? And I go, yeah. When did you work at FMF? And I go, well, it was a long time ago, like 10 years ago. He goes, so was that real? And I was like, yeah, it's real. I live right next to the factory.
No,
He doesn't need to worry because the ghost came with you, though, didn't it?
No, the house is on sale now, so people
Selling the house. Oh.
And that video is going to be the worst nightmare of that real estate agent.
Are you saying that our podcast been going to sell his house?
Stop. I forgot to press record there before.
That's fine.
So I'll press it now.
Yeah, so we also had a witchcraft guy message us. More comment on the video.
What do you say?
Well, he reckons he comes from the Fijian Bete clan, and he's got some powers in his family.
Oh.
And I think we should definitely DM him, because we have had some supernatural happenings in our...
Oh, in the studio. Tell us about it. Everybody talk about it. Because I don't like talking about ghosts.
Can we do this tomorrow morning? Because it's getting pretty dark and I don't want to talk about ghosts at night.
So, I'll just set you guys up. So last episode, we had a lot of technical difficulties. The cameras turned off, the sounds turned off.
This light
and
fell.
The light fell. Everything happened when it all started from my story. There's a woman before me who was my mother's best friend. She had passed away through like a seizure and she started frothing, very graphic. And she...
What are you shooting in? 4K. Did you put on 1080?
Should be on 1080.
Is it internal temp to fly?
The ghost one.
Yeah, the ghost one.
The story of
And so-
reincarnation.
Following up from, and reincarnation. Following up from that week, mysterious things have happened to us. Like, Nisa, her power cut out. Ren's editing stopped, just froze for the first time, and ever since he bought the computer. When I was editing, same thing sort of happened to me. It didn't freeze, but I noticed that there just weren't any sounds as well at some point. Just random parts of the film. Gave me the heapers creepers.
Heapers creepers.
Heapers, jeepers creepers.
Jeepers creepers.
Yeah.
True. So what does it mean?
I don't know.
I think it means that we need to do a seance at some point in the studio and get it blessed.
Call that guy
Maybe.
from the TikTok.
Or we should start inviting ghosts on our podcast and just
Ghosts?
really
Oh.
ghosts. No, we're not getting underage girls on the podcast, Ren.
That is the thumbnail for the video.
Also, YouTube thinks we're female podcasts.
And the analytics, right?
Yeah.
We're taking a look at the stats.
Does that mean all the ghosts in here are female, perhaps?
The majority of people in the room are female.
Oh,
5
God.
ghosts, at least.
Yeah.
Are we dead? And we're doing this podcast from...
Were you trying to say you're a female ghost?
I am a simulation.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe his consciousness was uploaded after he
What have I
died.
done? Why did I restart there?
No, but honestly, there has been a lot of strange stuff happening with the ghosts. I've noticed that for like a while now, I've been getting no matches on Tinder.
Damn you ghosts! Stop it!
I really
so
need the
true.
ghost to
A
stop.
few years ago, I failed my license, and I'm pretty sure it was the damn ghost that failed me.
That's why I'm fat! Ghost!
I'm sorry, I don't have anything. I'm too old. Alright.
Oh dear.
Side note, how's the moaning from next door?
It's episode 1 if you want to see
Episode
what
one.
he's talking about. Episode 1. Episode 1? Episode 1.
Yeah.
Alright.
but more on that, because the to be honest, that was kind of weird, how the light fell thrown across the room.
And then he's just like, oh, brother. I said, yeah? He's gone, brother. He's gone. I was just like, he's like, push. He goes, don't worry.
On episode, and then we'll just dub in which episode it was.
Yeah.
Just like
Episode.
his songs and lip sync and.
Oh, why does anything become harder and harder?
Episode.
What are you doing, bro?
So then, like, he's mouthing the word. And so,
Was he mouthing a word?
Oh, he's eating bacon again!
dumb things I've done.
There you go. He
It
did
was a
something
super
right now.
duper hit last time. Let's talk about who's got a really good one.
Very young, playing in the backyard with my cousins. We had a really big backyard, right? And there was lots of trees and bushes, and I had lots of cousins. We were playing hide and seek. And so one of the cousins is counting to like 1,000, 100, I don't know, whatever the kids counted at back then. So me and all the other cousins run off in different directions to go and hide. And so I go right to the corner of our backyard, and I find a nice little bushy area. I hop in behind the bush, I'm just hiding, and I see another cousin hiding behind like another area just across from me. And so this cousin looks at me and goes, Nikhil! Nikhil! I'm like, what? It's easy to see you, you're not really hidden very well, you have to hide properly.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, okay, so I look around and see a big ass branch. And I think, okay, I'm gonna take this branch, flip it over, and it'll block me, so you can't see me. So I grab this branch, and I flip it over, and I feel very proud of myself, put it down there. And then this like flies keep coming around. So I go, is that better? And he goes, and I look at my cousin's face, and he's just looking at me in shock. He's like, and I'm like, what? And he's just like pointing at me, and then I go like this, and then he goes, wasps. And I go, what? And then I realize I'm surrounded by, and anybody who's from Fiji will attest to this, Fijian wasps are just circling around me. When I turned this branch over, I'd knocked over their nest, and this whole, I don't know what to call, swarm of wasps are just attacking me.
Jeez.
I scream, he screams, I jump up, he jumps up, he's thinking, I'm just gonna outrun Nikhil. He's running off now. I'm running, and I'm going, ah! My parents come out, what happened? I'm like, I'm good, I'm swelling everywhere, and just bawling my eyes out. Dumbest thing I've done.
That's, yeah. That's something.
And they're just predators. They don't do anything for you. They don't give you honey.
I hate
They
wasps.
just sting people for fun.
What?
I
What's
hate
the purpose of
now.
wasps?
Nothing.
They probably pollinate. I don't know.
They don't
They do
pollinate.
a bit of pollination.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah. What is the purpose of wasp?
They're like bees, but bad.
Bad guy.
Bad guy
Bad
bees.
guys.
Bad guy bees.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm very
go
scared
on.
of wasps now.
So this one, like Nikhil used to call it, is it Datti in the Matti?
That's the
the name of
That's the name of the story, Datti in the Matti.
Tati in the mati, guys.
Sure.
So I was 7 years old, and I used to always go to Snip's house, my best friend Snip's house. We'd always go there after school and the weekends every day. And we'd play rugby and stuff, we'd have a good time, there'll be like a few of us. And one day, he's got a big house. I'll just describe the house. He's got a big, long backyard. It goes down, there's a bunch of trees there, and below those trees, there's another hill. And so they were doing construction work, okay? They were just building the new Mount View section in Hamilton. And I was like, bro, I'm just gonna take a shit down there. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, bro, I'm just gonna
In the construction area.
yeah, in the construction area.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'll be like 5 minutes.
But why?
He was like,
He had to take crap, bro.
Yeah, okay,
He had
so-
to go. He had to
so at the
go.
time, so I was 7, right?
Yes.
At the time, it was normal for me because we used to work out at a blueberry farm, and they would sometimes have dunnies there, but then they sometimes wouldn't. And
Yes.
so when there were no dunnies there, we'd have to go out in the bushes and dig a hole.
You brought me those blueberries.
Unwashed blueberries, unsanitized.
That was so tasty!
You know why they're tasty now? Okay, so it was all for us. I was like, sweet, like it's all good.
It gets worse.
Oh god.
So he doesn't know because he's past the shrubs, right?
Yeah.
So I'm at the bottom doing my business.
Yeah.
So I'm like 7-year-old me squatting down, doing my business out in construction work, and I'm midway, and these kids were walking from across the road, and they could see everything happening. And then this little girl, she was like, "Is he pooping his pants? Oh my god, why is he pooping?" And I was like, in my head, I was like, "Is this not normal? You're not allowed to do this?"
Poor 7-year-old Raksmey.
So I scarred them, scarred myself. So I finished my business, go back up, and
Wait, what's a toilet paper situation here?
This is the same question I asked.
Right?
I don't know. It wasn't running that day, so
Oh my
it was not running.
It was just a really good
It was a good
I've heard that
one.
excuse
You
before.
know it's a good one though. You know it's a good one. You know it's gonna be solid.
It just slipped out. No mess.
No problem. I didn't dig a hole though. So I went up there. I went up there and Sleep was like, "Bro, what the hell? You actually did a poop outside?" I was like, "Yeah." And then it was apparently it wasn't normal. Sleep's mum, right after Sleep's mum caught wind of that, and she pulled me. I remember this day. She pulled me out into the corridor and she was like, "Raksmey, this is not normal. You're not allowed to go poop anywhere you want." And I remember going home that day, and I was shocked. I went home and I was crying, and I was like, "These guys don't like me pooping outside."
And your mom was like, yeah!
So yeah, me and Sadiq's family are really close. So his auntie, his dad, his grandparents, and all
His cousins, his nephews, his nieces, they all know the story.
Right.
To the
Now
point.
the whole world.
Now the whole world now. It gets worse. This story was told.
It's Sadiq's 21st. So he told more people.
It was the story of the 21st, like the speech.
Yeah.
In the speech, Tati the Mati had an appearance.
He's gonna bring it up at my wedding too.
You know what could be an absolutely amazing twist of fate? If there's someone out there watching this that goes, I was that underage girl. Sorry.
Oh my god!
Sorry, young girl. I was that young girl that saw a small Cambodian child.
They're not the same people. What? So you're saying that the girl who saw him shitting grew up to be the girl that I texted Starbucks 1 p.m. to?
Oh my god!
There needs to be a fine line between saying young girl and underage.
No.
Technically speaking, both are correct.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Indian guys talking about underage girls over here.
Typical Saturday.
You're on.
Typical Saturday.
Yep, so Tati the Mati.
There you go.
Tati in the
So
Mati.
when you ever see this guy in public, just be like, hey, you did that tatty in the mati.
You did a shit outside.
Pretty much. So that's 2 out of 3 of my stories.
Yeah, why are they always shit related? I don't understand why his story is always about him shitting somewhere.
You guys have any good dumb stories? Or can we go in shit stories? Because I've got a really good shit story.
Save it for next week. Next week?
It's actually really
Next
good.
week, shit stories. I promise. I
I
promise.
feel like we don't want it to be that kind of podcast, but at the same time, I'm intrigued. So I'm anticipating it.
Full episode of shit stories coming to you soon.
I might be right.
Hey. Hey.
All right, Roy, you got anything for Dumb Things I Done Part 2?
My story happened a few years ago when I was in Mexico. Never been to Mexico before. I was visiting my cousin in America. She studies at some university, and she was like, "We're gonna go for spring break. Do you want to come to Mexico?" I'm like, "Hell yes, that's great. Sounds great." So we're in Mexico. It's a good time. We just have a good, there's a good buzz and stuff. And at some point, we're at a club, and this guy who was there with us, cool guy, Benny.
Benny.
Can I just say
No, it's not me in this one, by the way.
it's good because everybody in the back is like laughing right now. So
There's Ren, there's Ron, and there's Benny.
I don't even know what the story is. I'm just laughing.
I know what he's laughing at. I know what he's laughing about.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well,
Alright.
that's in a later episode.
Let me laugh. Let me hear the story so I can laugh as well.
so there's a group of us. It's my cousin and her mates from university, and then me. And we're all having a good time, we're vibing, and then me and this guy Benny, we're having a good time, having a few drinks, slamming back a few drinks, and he goes, "Oh, we should go back to the beach," because we were staying at the beach. Go smoke some. This didn't even happen in New Zealand, so the cops can't do anything. Smoke some marijuana. I'm like, that sounds great. So I go find my cousin.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. That's why it's a dumb story. I go find my cousin and I'm like, "Oi, we're gonna head off. Do you have a way to get back to the place we're staying?" And she's like, "Yeah, go away. We're talking to Abercrombie and Fitch model." I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine. I guess it's fine." So I go back to the beach, and then I get a phone call from my cousin. "How dare you abandon me at this club?" I asked her 3 times. I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's fine. I get in the car, I start driving. This guy, he's lying down on the front seat. He sits up and he goes, "On the side of the road, bro." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, true. So I go to the other side of the road. I'm driving. I'm trying to navigate my way back to this damn club. I have no idea where it is. And this guy sits up again. He goes, "Bro, pull up over here. And I'm like, "Oh shit, he's gonna like throw up or something. It's something bad." And he gets out of the car, and I get out of the car with him. I'm like, "Yo, bro." He's like, "Yeah, bro. Just give me a sec. We're gonna get some tacos, bro. So we go inside. We get some tacos. They're great, by the way. And I'm like, "Hey, get my cousin. She's
Tacos and
pissed at
mixed
me." So we get to the club finally, after like an hour. And I'm like, "Where are you?" "I'm here. Where are you?" She's like, "Oh, no, we got a taxi."
Oh my god.
After yelling at me for like 10 minutes to come pick her up, she took a taxi.
So she's no longer invited to any of this.
She's a bad cousin.
She's a bad cousin.
Bad lady.
Yeah.
Ren, please tell me a really good dumb story of the day. Or whatever.
Wait, I think Roy's not done.
No, that's the end of the story.
Oh.
Then I drive home.
Why'd you make it worse? I moved
Sorry.
I moved it on.
Oh, I didn't realise.
And then I flew back to New
Did I have a
Zealand.
dumb story?
Then I flew back to New Zealand and I had a law
Did I
bite.
have a dumb story that we talked about?
You have plenty of dumb.
But which one are we talking about? What did you say? So, there was a girl. I liked her. She liked me. It was all good. I said, let's do a 1-minute date because she was so busy doing tutorials for the University of Waikato.
You can really tell that our romance is just all rooted in How I Met Your Mother.
That's where everybody learned everything, right? So we all just... Okay. So I'm going on this 1-minute date. So I organised. So my mate, so the girl standing here, and my mate is standing behind her. So she don't know that. And then I bring my mate who has gone to pick up flowers from the roadside. You know, how like the roadside they have flowers. A great place to get flowers. Save you all the money. Or was it a graveyard? I can't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Actually.
it was a roundabout.
It was a roundabout. Okay. Graveyard.
Graveyard could be a roundabout. We'll put those.
You know, they're not going to use the flowers. So anyway, we get the flowers.
Cameras
I
are
give it to
rolling.
her. She's like, "Oh my god, wow!" And then, I'm like, "Oh, I did some sissy boy stuff." Okay, so I did all this. You know, basically what happens in How I Met Your Mother on the episode where he does the 1-minute date. It was that. She loved it. She's like, "No one's ever given me flowers before. Everything's great." She's messaging me all the different things that she's doing every day. Everything's good. We call her to Pound party. Alright? Maybe I'm giving too much detail here.
No. You've got to keep going now.
Okay.
You're in deep now.
Give
this girl a fake
name. Okay. So Poundy party, the girl come over, and then what happens is we're playing this game called The King's Cup. Have you ever heard of The King's Cup?
I've heard King's Cup, but not the. So it's like
Okay.
the.
The King's Cup.
Oh, right.
So I was the one who lost at The King's Cup, so I was forced to drink the big King's Cup.
Yeah, it's the same.
That's
thing.
fucking
Yeah. And so then, as you can imagine, it's a whole mixed slushy of all sorts of different
That's the worst.
inebriating drinks.
Anybody drinks that just dies.
It's over. It's all over. And so then, all I remember is I wake up and I see my friend Raj grabbing me and pulling me. Here's the thing though. Raj is not invited to this party. Yeah. So Raj put me up, and then I find out about the happenings from previous night the next
those are the
day.
good ones.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
And so the friends are just like, yeah, I don't think that girl likes you anymore. So apparently, the girl asked all my female friends to escort her to her car because I was too the drunk. And then it was like a police escort, and apparently I just went to town. Apparently I'm a bit screamy sometimes. I don't know if you noticed that in the podcast. But apparently I just, what are you doing? Why are you getting my way? And all this shit. And literally,
Jesus.
one of our big, strong friends who's just like, yeah, I'm not going to take any shit from anyone. She went back to the house crying. Apparently just absolutely annihilated. That's what you get for being security. That's what you get. Anyway, it's a funny story. Things don't go well. That's it. It's all over. 1 minute date, worked a treat, but turned out to be a big flop. But wait, there's more. She getting married like last month, and she asked my business to do the live stream. So, you know I put the charge up like to 10x, okay? And they were considering it. So now, if she takes the job, I have to live stream her wedding. So literally, I'm gonna be on the camera and I'm just gonna look like from the other side like Mary.
All I can think of is, what if you show up to the wedding drunk? I'm in there, and you remember me?
No, that's security woman. Just straight.
Where's your security now?
Okay, because one thing we have to do before we die, we have to do stop a wedding. Stop a wedding. Wait!
Yeah, shut it up, you're so
This wedding cannot happen. Why?
Guys.
Because. What movie? What movie?
Dally Belly.
Go watch Daily Belly. You'll know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Please invite me to your wedding. I promise I won't stop it.
Yeah. So dumb things I've done. Don't drink the King's Cup. The King's Cup is a bad game and it makes you lose all your womans.
True.
Don't drink the King's Cup. She'll be back.
I do.
You could be marrying her right now if that hadn't happened.
She'll be back. Don't you worry.
Did you say you dodged a bullet?
Oh, I will catch my daddy caution
Hey!
with his bare hand. I gotta catch the bullet. Right.
Just like Neo in the Matrix.
All I can say is, at least she wasn't underage.
Well, how do you know?
How'd you know that? How'd you know that? We never mentioned
You
anything about the
said
age.
she was a tutor at the Waikato University.
She was very smart and very ahead of her
Oh
class.
my
And very
God.
mature for her age, guys.
She'll be 60.
So you're trying to say a Power and Deep party is a...
That's euphemism for
So you were at
party
that
dates.
party.
Oh god. Okay, let's move on.
Deep, come over after school.
Oh no.
Palm Deep is my friend, by the way. If you search her up on social media, you can ask her.
I thought we were going to push it as an alias, but okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Palm Deep is fake name. Fake name.
But the lawyer with that name is really good. You should hire her. Not sponsored.
Dumb social rules that we all follow. There are so many different little rules and things that we're supposed to do, and sometimes it's kind of like, why? Just why? Right? Who's got a good one? Because I don't.
So when you're texting a girl and it's going really well, and then like like there's some issue, like her phone stops working, turns off. Maybe she's been in a car accident and no one's there, and you need to help her, so you show up at her house to see what happened, and then she gets angry and like, why did you come to my house? You know, it's like, bro, you haven't texted me in like three weeks, and I was worried about you.
What?
I'm trying to remember which one this is. If you're attacking me or talking about your own thing.
I've got one. And yeah, he is attacking you.
He's attacking me. Wait. Say it again.
No, I made that one up. But
Oh,
was there a similar one? Maybe I pulled it out of my memory because I do remember it.
Even if there was, she'll be back.
I got it done. People like us who've got many friends, our groups sort of change in different variants. Our groups will be like,
True.
you know, your university, work,
Yes.
your film crew and stuff. And so if you've got something happening, then you don't invite X amount of people. And so the people that don't get invited get hurt.
Yes.
And so there's just that fine line where it just feels really dumb that you get kind of like, unfriended or blocked just because you're like, oh, they didn't invite me.
So what didn't you invite me to? What didn't you invite me to?
So I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb that it's like a thing that you
So
can't.
you think it's dumb that people get hurt? They don't get
It's
invited.
dumb that people have feelings. Okay.
By the way, are the
Yeah,
wedding invitations out yet?
Dumb rules. The people, you have feelings. Those are the dumb rules.
Like,
How dare you be
it's like
sad?
between like being something and a people pleaser, and you just want to find that middle part there. But
So how many people got upset that you didn't invite them to your engagement? Because I was one of them that didn't get invited, Raksmey!
Damn, that sucks, bro.
I have to keep it very short.
That's a good point. You
Fair
were
enough.
there.
I was not!
For those who didn't get
Yeah.
invited, I'm sorry.
I also wasn't, but that's my invitation got lost in the mail, right?
There, go lots of them.
You know what's
Stop
worse?
that New Zealand Post.
You know what's worse? My wife confirmed that she was not going to be able to make Raksmey's engagement.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say your wedding.
Spot available.
Raksmey!
Well, listen, this was like in between me coming back to RS Productions.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine,
sorry.
it's fine. It's just for
Other
context.
people that were invited, I'm sorry as well.
Yeah.
So wait,
just,
what was your point?
That you have to follow these rules. I mean, like, no, I didn't follow these rules.
So yeah, his point is he has to invite me. It's so dumb.
Why
So
do people
dumb.
that I'm friends with expect me to be friends back?
And then you stop getting invited to things. You know, when you hurt people enough, you stop
So
getting
just
invited
out
to
of
things.
curiosity, you're gonna hand us personally the invitations for the wedding, right? Because NZ Post been fucking it up now.
Right, language, jeez.
Sorry.
I'm gonna edit that in post.
Sorry, uncle.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one F-bomb in every
Yeah,
episode.
and knowing you, you're gonna bleep the wrong word. Go on.
Dumb social rules that we don't follow. What about social rules that people don't follow? Anybody got anything on that?
Like people in general.
You know social rules that people just don't follow and you get pissed off about the fact that
I
they don't
need the
follow.
music to be turned down when I'm looking for a place when I'm driving. That's a social.
Oh, so people don't follow.
Is that social?
I don't know, but it should be.
Let me
That's
give you an example.
that is very good. I really like that. You can't look at the numbers when the music's loud.
Yeah, because I'm just like bean.
But who doesn't
bean,
do this?
Bean.
Who doesn't do this?
Eh?
Who doesn't do
No,
that?
I don't know what he's talking about. But I was gonna say one.
Travis Scott, Bean, his new song.
Okay, hold on. What about those ones?
Pages right now.
What about those ones where you're saying goodbye to everybody, right? So let's say this whole room, and you're shaking everyone's hands there.
Yeah.
But then, like, you've shaken, you know, two of your best mates' hands, but then there's the rest of the people there.
Yeah.
Do you just like wave goodbye? And you're like,
That's so true,
And
man.
then what about the smelly ones? Like you have to shake. So I was at this. It was an after party thing, and there was like 12 of them, right, including my ex there. And I was like, bye, and I was high fiving one person, and the other person, I was like, oh god, I had to high five the rest. And so I'm like, see ya, see ya, see ya.
I feel like
I find my hand.
our high fives got lost in the mail, bro. See, Indian people solved this a long time ago.
How they do that?
Namaste.
But the
Done.
Indian people are the worst at farewells. They take forever to say goodbye.
That's a good point.
Say goodbye here, say goodbye there, say goodbye at the car.
But can you imagine
On the phone?
Oh god! Imagine if they had to shake hands. It'd be even longer. You know?
For sure.
True.
So I've got a really, really easy one for them. We can all, because we all really ran
Go
about
on,
this last
go
time.
on.
Not finishing your chicken properly.
You should be shot.
Yes.
If you don't finish your chicken properly, you should be shot.
That should go from social rule to legal rule.
Exactly. Pounding, make the laws. Okay. Challenge for the week. Let's wrap up. How have we gone? What were our challenges? Who's done it? Who has not?
I've done mine.
Tell us.
1,000 push-ups.
Put the video evidences
Yes.
on the
okay.
screen.
On the screen right now. It was a tough one. I think after the second day, I could feel it in my teeth and my shoulders.
Yeah.
I actually really hated it.
Yeah.
My chest area and my shoulders.
Pecs?
Pecs, yeah.
Yeah.
Teats.
My teeth.
And then
And then, I did get there, but boy, was sore. I actually took like a day off. Like you said, you recommended it to me,
Yeah.
and it helped out.
True.
But I fuck. Because I had to do it at work. I couldn't do it, I didn't have enough time at home, so I started doing it at work.
so you did 1,000 push-ups in the last
week,
4
in the
days.
last-
Yeah, 5 days.
days, yeah.
And we've got this bathroom at work where it's quite spacious, so I just lock myself in there and just go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not bad, kid.
Working
Well
out
done.
secret.
So what are you on? 3 points now?
3 points, sir.
Okay.
What would it have been like for people walking past he's seeing a bathroom shut and just hearing.
Honestly, I thought about that.
Anybody who
And
knows Raksmey would think he's
I'm hoping it's quite soundproof because it's like, so here's the corridor here, and then there's another corridor into the bathroom, and then there's bathrooms.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
2 doors before the bathroom, but I don't know, I'm pretty loud when I breathe, so you might be hearing
I thought it was haunted. A moaning ghost.
I'm only from the other room, and then I walk out like this.
And they go, he's got another story.
I hope they don't think I'm masturbating in there, because that's another week. That was the week before that.
Save that for another episode, would you?
Which challenge was that?
I want to point out that it's very asthmatic, and those people that know him probably thought he was dying in there, and I'm surprised he didn't call an
Be
ambulance.
like a really big shit.
Just like, eat more fiber.
Exactly.
Tucked in the bathroom floor!
It's one of those demonic ones.
Tucked in the dance!
It's those demonic ones. We're gonna take off all your clothes. Just to get it out. Okay.
Oh, mate.
Why do I keep talking about shit?
I don't know.
True,
This is a funny thing.
Okay. So that's my challenge.
You're literally going to be known as the guy. The shit
I
guy.
might as well get like a merch that says shit guy.
Your challenge.
Surely,
Your challenge for the week. Don't talk about shit at all.
Oh.
Impossible.
Hero Clothing. We got a new shit merch coming. Right.
Shit shirt.
So my challenge doesn't sound as challenging when the guy next to me has done 1,000 push-ups in the week.
Correct.
But I want to point out this guy was already pumping out like 80 push-ups per day.
I'm stroking him.
Yeah, so he's built like a bloody machine.
Sure.
I was doing 0 every day.
Sure.
And no gym, nothing. Look at this arms, are bloody bin stocks. Anyway, so I decided to I decided to do 100 push-ups per week.
Sure.
And I died. It was really hard. Because I couldn't do them for 2 days, so I tried to pump them out in 2 days.
Can you just show us the face that you made in the first video?
It was pretty bad. You'll see. You'll see.
Play the video.
Put the video on.
let's do
Put
it.
the video on.
Photo. After the 2 days of those push-ups, I did about 80 or 86. I was dying. I could feel it in my arms for like 2
That's
days.
good.
I only had 14 more to do on Saturday. Didn't do it on Saturday. I did it today
Yeah.
before coming here.
Yeah.
I just barely managed to get it done. I did manage to do 20, so I did 6 extra to be safe.
Nice. And so what was hurting? Your chest? Or-
Everything hurts. My wrist, the worst.
Oh, but we all know why that hurts.
Well,
That's no, a whole other thing.
And the core part, like your core as well as
yeah,
the
arms,
that brings you
your
down.
chest, your core,
You
everything.
can feel your
Yeah,
whole body
everything
just sort of
hurts.
weighing down.
That just
True.
Like even me, I'm like, fuck, I can do another 50. Let's go.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I felt
time.
great that I'd done it,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'm going to continue doing them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, well done.
Yeah.
That's,
What are you on?
I'm on 2. I missed
2.
it.
So 3,
Yeah.
2. All right. My challenge was to call 100 real estate agents and try and get more business. I called 1.
I was gonna say on the group chat today. I was gonna say, what about those 98s that you haven't called yet?
Yes, but I'll tell you. What ended up happening was I called the one agent, and the one agent was like, yeah, cool. So have you got send me your work, your website, this and that. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have my things ready to send. So I was kind of like, okay, I need to work and make my website more appropriate for the people I'm sending it to, right? So that was one thing. Then I needed to, so there's like a lot of things I need to do in my business to get it sorted before I start hitting up all these people, just to try and sell them. But interestingly, the one agent that I did hit up was like, oh yeah, sure, come on in for like a talk to all of our agents.
Holy.
So I was like, I was just like, okay, sweet. So I went in, and then literally he was like, so our meeting is from 8:30 to 9, and so you can come in like 8:45. And so at 8:45 you can come in and then pitch your stuff, right? So the thing is, I'm coming in at 8:45, but it's like halfway through their meeting, so I'm like interrupting, right? And I'm a good guy, so I bought hot cross bun for everyone. So there's this guy walking into your meeting holding a bag of hot cross buns. Just like, yeah. just leave it on the table. Just sweating, like a hot cross bun in one hand.
Usually have an Uber bag that comes with this. Okay.
Literally.
Thanks anyways.
And then they were like, oh, Ren, come on in, yeah, have a seat. And I had to listen to their meeting, and then I had my opportunity to do my 5-minute talk. So, like, at this point, do you do it like a presentation, or do you just do like a casual conversation, you know? Because you don't really know. So,
Presentation, 100%.
Yeah.
you reckon?
I would have gone casual.
You know what's funny? Every time I talk now to like a large group, especially managers and stuff, I can just hear Brunel's voice in the background, like, make it interesting.
Literally, yeah. But I chose to go down the casual route, and thank God I did. Because imagine if I rocked up with like a projector and a thing. Hi guys, just get ready for my presentation.
Eat a bun while you
Yeah.
wait.
But I got awkward about the hot cross buns, so I kind of like just was like. And I didn't address them at all. I didn't say anything. I just put them on the table.
It'd be funny if someone tried to reach out for one. You're like,
Yeah. Like, so thankfully, there was a nice lady who was like, "Oh, thank you so much for the hot cross buns. I'm going to put butter on them and serve them at morning tea time."
oh, there you
I was
go.
like,
Good lady.
Can you imagine?
Sweet
if they were
lady.
actually your groceries.
Thank you very much for the celery and the carrots.
Actually, something else.
Am I getting the job? No, then those are mine, please.
yeah. Baker's Delight, hot cross buns. Ooh, yeah. All sorts of flavors too. And so then, I did my little presentation, and then it was all right. Like, we'll see what happens from here. Because I feel like sales is just like follow-up game, eh? You just got to keep following up. But it's like hard because you feel like you're being annoying. You don't want to be annoying, but you also need the business. So
Keep beating around the bush, but admit that you didn't do the challenge.
that is true.
I would.
That's the hard one.
I was waiting to
Justify it as much as you want. The truth is,
I just
you
wanted a
didn't cut
point.
it. You didn't
I
cut
just
it.
wanted 1 point.
The second he said but, I was like, okay, we're gonna just hold on.
Can I just say the Cambodian ghosts are back because Raksmey's back's gone red.
Oh, it's still good though.
It's alright, it's still good.
Okay.
We'll just,
okay.
we'll just use my mic.
You guys want to say?
Okay.
No, I was just gonna say, speaking of unfinished challenges, how we got Roy?
Yeah, I'm on 0. Roy,
So when you were like,
what was your challenge?
so you know how your challenge was to call the agency, like, oh, I don't have my stuff ready.
Yes.
My challenge was to get my stuff ready
Yes,
for
yes.
pitching.
Yes.
Because I did it the other way around.
Yes.
But I didn't, because I didn't do it. Okay, I went through and I found a bunch of my footage and I was like, okay, great. Now I just got to put it into Premiere and edit it, and I didn't do the first part.
You failed. You failed.
But, I bought all Cross Buns.
What?
This is making me better.
You failed.
Yeah, I failed.
So,
Absolutely.
The scores currently 3-2-0-0. My goodness, we got to get this sorted,
Yeah.
people.
Now,
This is how we bet, though.
This is where we would do punishments. So, Kevishay, where's the wheel?
Kevishay has been told
Hey.
to organise a wheel, as you may have seen in the last episode. So, Kevishay, tell us about where that punishment for a wheel of punishment is.
It's currently on the way.
Somewhere in between.
Have you actually ordered it?
Where?
It's coming. It's coming though. It's
So, if Kevishay doesn't get his punishment sorted by the next episode,
These guys are getting away scot-free now.
Kevishay will be the one getting punished.
Gone away 3 times.
Challenges for this week. What are you doing?
I don't know. Come back to me.
What are you doing?
I gotta edit the thing that I was editing.
Oh.
Come on,
Come on, we're gonna start.
We'll
a
come
new
back
one
to
now.
him. We'll come back to him. My thing is I have to get my thing prepared for the agent. So I need to be ready to hit up the agents by next epi. Alright, so that's my challenge.
Yeah,
My website and all that.
I wasn't prepared because I thought maybe we won't do this one this week. So, shit, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do no sugar this week. How about that? No fizzy drinks, no sugar, and I drink a lot of coffee with a lot of sugar, like 4 teaspoons of sugar. I'm a sugar addict.
4. Do you drink coffee with the sugar?
Fine.
Yeah.
We'll give it to him. No sugar this week. No sugar this week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm making challenges that are actually possible to do.
Attainable.
No.
Isn't the point of the game not to win?
The challenge itself is really good, and that's really good that you're cutting
It
down on sugar.
benefits my health.
What
Yours benefits your business.
The thing I'm confused about is
I do
That's
a lot
what
of
it's stuck
sugar.
on.
It's really
Yeah,
bad.
no,
That's
it's
why
fair
it's going to be
enough,
hard for me.
Nikhil drinks 4
I drink
teaspoons.
a lot of coffee as well. I drink a lot of sugar. I love fizzy drinks. It's going to be really hard. I'll make it even harder. I won't eat bread as well.
oh my god.
So this guy's not going to eat bread or sugar. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's such a weird challenge, but okay. No bread or
It's a
sugar
diet.
for the poor guy.
It's a diet
What about
for the
roti?
viewers.
What about roti?
Roti's not bread.
Ah, come on! That's cheating.
If you Google roti, you'll see Indian flat bread.
No flour.
Yeah, no.
And
No
sugar.
flour is gonna be really hard. So
No pies, mate. No pies.
No pies and no guys.
So no flour, no sugar, nothing sweet. What am I gonna eat all week?
Well, you made the challenge. You made the challenge.
Wasn't the point to make a challenge you could do?
No sugar, no flour. You heard it here. Next.
Period. Okay, I want to make a dance video.
Yo,
Yep.
tell me more.
I want to, I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I just hadn't had the confidence to sort of get back into it.
You mean, what do you mean by dance video?
Just but like me dancing with the
Sea
song.
walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bacon, bacon?
Yeah.
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 Good. Do it.
We can do a bacon
We need
bacon one.
We
views,
want
but,
people to watch the video.
Yeah. But yeah. So,
But you can name it something else so that people can search
So I
it.
think that'll be a cool thing if I could promote the song with my own sort of freestyle or something.
Cool.
And future songs too.
Yeah, do your own cool guy dance moves.
Mhm.
So that it's cool.
Break dancing.
Roy,
Breakdancing.
what's your challenge?
So I think my challenge for the week is to hold an exorcism for these ghosts. That have been
Roy,
peering
what's
up.
your challenge?
I am going to write 10 pages of my script.
I like it. I like it. 10 pages of Roy's script.
Oh, I got a punishment idea.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right, Roy's going to write 10 pages of script. I'm going to sort out my business. He's not going to eat flour or sugar. And he's going to make a dance video. Thank you for watching the Shorty
What do I-
podcast. See you then.